This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
With preseason officially in the books for the 2024 Arizona Cardinals, one of the biggest questions out there for Cardinal fans is the Cardinals should go after a veteran quarterback. Today we're going to be diving into, should the Arizona Cardinals go after a veteran quarterback or should they continue to rock with Tune as well as Ritter? Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover everything Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's go ahead and talk about the whole big controversy currently going on with the QB2 role for the 2024 Arizona Cardinals. We've already seen a good dosage of Desmond Ritter and now Clayton soon. And there's some Cardinal fans that have some concerns and saying things like we need to go after a veteran quarterback. They're not good, right? And I get where Cardinal fans are coming from, right? I think this whole big storyline of this preseason, the biggest storyline was the fact that who's going to be QB2, right? Who's going to be the guy backing up Kyler Murray? And right now, although Tune seems to be the favorite, right, just by a small margin, and it's kind of obvious that Tune has absolutely outperformed Desmond Ritter, and the fact that he was the starter in 2 out of the 3 games, it definitely seems like he is going to get the nod to be the QB2 role for the 2024 Cardinals. Now, here's the thing, though. I do think that we will be rolling with 3 QBs, whether it's going to be Tune, somebody else, and obviously Kyler as QB1, or Kyler, Desmond, and, Tune at 3. I think regardless, we are going to be rolling with 3. But the big question is, should we scrap the whole Tune experiment as well as Desmond Ritter experiment and potentially get a veteran quarterback that might be potentially still available out there? Or should the Cardinals wait for the waiver wire to potentially get a quarterback that they like in preseason to kind of bring them in to potentially back up, Kyler Murray? So there's a lot of questions, a lot of different scenarios that are going in the mind of Cardinal fans currently right now. But let's talk about Tune as well as Desmond Ritter. Now, I don't think that it helps that now Desmond Ritter's finding himself in the concussion protocol. He took a huge hit in that Denver Broncos game, and Clayton Tune had to finish off the game, and there's been not a good look for Clayton Tune with that pick 6. But let's continue to talk about both these guys and if they're capable, right? I think when we first started the preseason, I was actually very, very excited about Clayton Tune, and I thought he actually had a really good game versus the Saints. He was actually 15 for 24, 163 yards and a touchdown. But I think since this season or the preseason has kind of gone by, I feel like the play has declined and declined. Now, we really can't blame Desmond Ritter or Clayton Tune because at the end of the day, they are playing with 3s and 4s, right? And it gets even worse with potentially playing 4s as the preseason goes along because you're really trying to make sure that these guys that are playing in game 3 have a fair chance and a fair crack, right? That's why we saw a good dosage of Tony Jones Jr. before he ended up getting hurt. Hassan Hall, we saw a lot, right? We only saw Xavier Weaver in the first half. So it's really interesting that Cardinal fans don't kind of keep that in mind. Tune is a capable backup quarterback to me. Now, I've been very, very high on Clayton Tune since last year. And now this year, we've seen some flashes here and there. But I can't ignore the elephant in the room that the play has declined since we've seen, these games come by, right? Week 1, week 2, and week 3 of preseason. But I definitely think it's no surprise or no breaking news that Tune has absolutely outperformed Ritter. So I'm on the board of if Tune makes it on this roster, that's really what I'm looking for, right? Whether it's a QB2 role or maybe if he takes a back seat at a QB3 role, maybe the Cardinals decide to get rid of Ritter and then maybe do get a veteran quarterback like a Ryan Tannehill. He's probably the biggest name out there in a lot of my comment videos that the Cardinals need to go after a veteran quarterback, and Ryan Tannehill is the big name out there. Now, other players that could potentially be a backup quarterback for the Cardinals in terms of free agents that are available right now: Trevor Siemian, Blaine Gabbert, which was a former Arizona Cardinal before, I believe it was in the BA days, AJ McCarron, which I think he spent some time with the UFL, Brian Hoyer, as well as Kellen Mond. So the names out there aren't as flashy and big out there. I think the biggest name obviously is Ryan Tannehill, but I don't know. I don't think the Cardinals are going to do it, and I'm not sure if I am personally willing to pull the plug or pull the rug under Tune and Ritter. I think the Cardinals regime right now, they really favor the fact that they like people's, high character, I guess, football IQ and just as people in general. They love the fact that they can have people in this locker room that they trust, right? That they gel with. And I think at the end of the day, I think they have confidence. They have confidence in Clayton Tune. And we've heard Jonathan Gannon come out and say that he's proud, right? He's proud of what he's seen and how he's developed so far from year 1 to year 2. I think this regime is a lot more patient than some Arizona Cardinal fans would like to admit. But first things first, I want to give a massive shout out here to BetUS, which is the sponsor of the Arizona sports fan throughout the entirety of the NFL season. And right now, if you use my special link below in the description, you will be able to get 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Right now, because the season is just right around the corner, this is the time to jump on any of these bets you could possibly can, right? They got the defensive rookie of the year. They got offensive rookie of the year. They also got comeback player of the year as well, if you think that Kyler Murray could potentially win that. But we're going to be diving into offensive rookie of the year. Obviously, we got Marvin Harrison Jr. on our squad, so we want to take a look to see what the odds look like for Marvin Harrison Jr. to potentially win that bet. And right now, we got Marvin Harrison Jr. at plus 650. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer. I understand that usually quarterbacks are the players that win these bets, but let's take a look to see what we can go ahead and potentially accomplish here if we just drop $25. Okay, here we go. If we drop $25 right now, you can get $162.50 right back. I think it's a no-brainer. Absolutely. I have all the confidence in the world that we will be able to knock this out of the park. Marvin Harrison Jr. is definitely going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. So go ahead and place this bet with me using my link below. 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Link is in the description below. But personally, I'm not willing, or I don't think I'm ready to pull the rug under Clayton Tune and Ritter. And one of the biggest reasons as to probably why is because it probably in my crazy head, I'm thinking that Kyler Murray is going to be able to stay healthy throughout the entirety of the season. Now, I know, I get it. We can't ignore the elephant in the room. Kyler Murray, since he started in the NFL, has been hurt probably every single year. Now, he hasn't missed a game every single year, but he's been hurt, right? In 2019, a hamstring issue. In 2020, a shoulder issue. In 2021, an ankle issue. In 2022, it was just hamstring, and obviously that the ACL tear that took him out throughout the entirety of the 2022 season, and it bled into the 2023. So I see where fans are coming from in terms of Kyler is not able to stay healthy in a year, but it's football, right? That's what it is, especially because Kyler Murray is 5'10", and he's not prototypical 6'4", 6'3" type of quarterback. There will be some bumps and bruises that we are going to have to deal with, especially when Kyler Murray is our QB1. But I do have faith that with this new regime, this new, I guess different type of offense that we're going to be rolling with, he doesn't always have to play Superman, right? He's not going to be in shotgun 99.9% of the time, right? He's going to be playing under center. He's going to have a 12 personnel package. He's going to have more people and more players to be able to protect him. And I think that's going to be something that's easing my mind in terms of him being able to stay healthy, right? And be able to stay upright. He's not going to have to play Superman all the time. And I think this new way of this offense is going to help him in the long run and hopefully be able to stay healthy in the 2024 season. So I see where Cardinal fans are coming from. I really do. And like I said before, I can't ignore the elephant in the room. There has been a decline in Clayton Tune's play, but you also got to think of it on the other side where Clayton Tune was not playing with ones, right? He doesn't have a starting offensive line. He doesn't have number 1 weapons. Doesn't have a number 1 running back, right? Like we will see Kyler Murray have all those different weapons. And probably what's attributed to the decline in play is that as this preseason goes on, you're allowing 3rd string, 4th stringers, and potentially 5th-string guys to make that last showing for them to potentially make that 53-man roster. So I don't fully put it on Tune. I don't fully put it on Desmond Ritter, although I believe that Tune is a better QB than Ritter is, especially with how he knows the system. I'm not willing to pull the rug quite yet, and I don't think the Cardinals are ready to pull the rug quite yet either. Now, if they do, of course, we're going to support it. We're going to see who comes in and obviously support the QB2 role and kind of go from there. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts here on this whole controversy that's currently going on in the Arizona Cardinals fandom? Would you go after a veteran quarterback, or are you not willing to pull the rug quite yet? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cards.